Good morning, dear students. I am Nita Lakhadive, madam, from Sri Deshikendra Vidyalaya, Latur. Today, we are going to learn one of the best poem, Coromandel Fishers. Standard 9, Subject English, Unit 3, 3.1, Coromandel Fishers by Sarojini Naidu. The poem Coromandel Fishers is written by Sarojini Naidu. In warming up, we will take chit-chat activity. Number 1. What time do you get up in the morning? Here you can give answer like this. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Next question. What time do you go to bed? I go to bed at 10 o'clock in the evening. Next question. Where do you spend your holidays? I spend my holidays at uncle's house, or I spend my holidays in Pune. Next question. What adventures do you like? Boating, trekking, driving, mountaineering, or something else? Here you can give answer. I like trekking most, or I like boating. Next question. After you finish your education, would you like to work close to nature? What would you like to do? This is the question. Try to give answer of this question. After I finish my education, I would like to work close to nature. I would like to work saving nature from pollution. Okay? Next activity. Expanding horizons. Write as many words as you can related to the following. You should have at least 20 words each. You may refer to your geography textbook or other sources for that purpose. Then try to find English words, atoms for the ones you have written. In this activity, you have to write related words. You should have at least 20 words. You have to write at least 20 words each. That time, you may refer to your geography textbook and try to find English words. Okay? तुम्हाला दिलेल्या शब्दाशी रिलेटेड वर्ड्स लिहायचे आहेत. ॲट लिस्ट 20 वर्ड्स. यू हॅव टू राईट 20 वर्ड्स. कमीत कमी 20 शब्द लिहायचे आहेत. तुम्ही जॉग्रफीचं टेक्स्टबुक यासाठी रेफर करू शकता. ओके. सी. नंबर 1. सी. Write related words. You can write here water, fish, sea plants, seagull, storm, voyage, sheep, shore, breeze, seaweeds, sea animals, waves. Like this, you can write here related words. Next, wind. Wind. You may write here weather, rain, storm, monsoon, breeze, windfall, windmill, wind cheater, wind blown, cyclone. Like this, you can write here related words. Okay. Next, sky. Third, sky. Sun, star, clouds, moon, rainbow, vacuum, atmosphere, planets, satellites, space, comets. Okay. Next, land. Write related words. Land, plots, deserts, landslide, jungles, valleys, region, landscape, landlord, mountain, soil, agriculture, continent, plots. Like these words you can write here. Okay, then next activity. Prepare a bilingual glossary for each of these topics. Arrange the glossary in two ways. According to the alphabetical order of letters in your mother tongue, according to the alphabetical order A to Z. You have to prepare bilingual glossary for each of these topics. And this glossary, arrange this glossary in two ways. Number one, according to the alphabetical order of letters in your mother tongue. तुमच्या मदर टंग मधल्या अल्फाबेटिकल ऑर्डर प्रमाणे तुम्ही अरेंज करू शकता. नेक्स्ट, अकॉर्डिंग टू द अल्फाबेटिकल ऑर्डर ए टू झेड प्रमाणे तुम्ही या ठिकाणी काय करू शकता, अरेंज करू शकता. इन व्हॉट वे कॅन अ बिलिंग्युअल ग्लॉसरी बी युजफुल? डिस्कस अँड राईट हिअर आन्सर. What is the advantage of arranging the words according to alphabetical orders? You have to write advantage of arranging the words according to two alphabetical orders here. Okay, now we will learn our poem line by line. Class 9, subject English, lesson 3.1, Coromandel Fishers, page textbook page number 66. This poem is composed by Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu was an Indian political activist. Look at this picture. Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu was an Indian political activist. She was called the Nightingale of India. Okay, in this poem, Coromandel Fishers, it means the poem is about the fisherman's life of Coromandel Coast. Coromandel Coast, it means the southern part of our east coast. Okay, and fishers, it refers to fishermen. So, the poem is about the fisherman's life. The poem is rich in its imagery. The poem Coromandel Fishers. Coromandel Fishers. Here, look at this picture. Coromandel Fishers. There are 3 stanzas in the poem. There are 12 lines in the poem. The coastal area in southern eastern area is called Coromandel. The poem is related with the life of Coromandel area. The great poetess Sarojini Naidu speaks about the Coromandel fishers. They have to be ready at dawn when the seagull calls. These fishermen find the spray and the foam of the sea sweet and pleasing. The sea is everything for them. ही पोयम जी आहे, फिशरमॅन इट मीन्स मच्छीमार लोकांना उद्देशून केलेली आहे. पोएटेस सरोजिनी नायडू या ठिकाणी सांगतायत की लोकांना वेकअप म्हणतायत, जाग होण्याचं सांगतायत. या लोकांना, या कोळी लोकांना जाग होण्याचं सांगतायत. मच्छीमार जे लोक आहेत यांना मासे पकडण्याचे जाळे सोबत ठेवा, आपल्या बोटी तयार ठेवा असं त्यांनी सांगितलेलं आहे. सी इज आवर मदर, समुद्र माता आहे. ढग हे त्याचे बंधू आहेत आणि लाटा हे त्यांचे मित्र आहेत. म्हणजे सी जे आहे, समुद्र जे आहे, सर्व काही त्यांच्यासाठी आहे असे सांगितलेलं आहे. नाउ वी विल लर्न दिस पोएम लाइन बाय लाइन. We will learn first stanza of this poem. I will read this stanza. Listen carefully. Rise, brothers, rise. The wakening skies pray to the morning light. The wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn like a child that has cried all night. Come, let us gather our nets from the shore and set our catamarans free to capture the leaping wealth of the tide. For we are the kings of the sea. Okay, at first we will learn new words. Wakening skies. Wakening skies, here it means sun rises in the sky. पहाट होताना. The sun rises in the sky or the morning dawns. आकाशात सूर्य उगवतानाचा जो उजाडतं आकाश असतं ना, wakening skies. Next, the wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn like a child that has cried all night. Come, let us gather our nets from the shore and set out catamarans free. Catamarans. Catamarans, it means sailing vessels with two hulls. दोन सांगाड्याची गलबत तराफा. Okay. Let's see explanation of this stanza. The wakening skies. The wakening skies address the rays of morning light as brothers and plead them to rise from their sleep. The wind that has been howling throughout the night now lies asleep in the arms of the dawn like a child that has cried all night. At the same time, the fishermen of the Coromandel coast call on one another to gather their nets from the shore and set their catamarans free to capture the leaping wealth of the tide. They proclaim themselves the kings of the sea and encourage one another that they will capture the big catch of fish provided by the tide. The poetess Sarojini Naidu असं म्हणतात पहा, rise brothers rise, the wakening skies pray to the morning light. राईज उठा, बंधूंनो उठा, कोळी बांधव हो उठा. The wakening skies pray to the morning light. जागे झालेले आकाश पहाटेच्या सूर्यकिरणांना वंदन करत आहे. सरोजिनी नायडू मच्छीमारांना म्हणत आहेत की उठा बांधव हो उठा. जागे झालेले आकाश पहाटेच्या सूर्यकिरणांना वंदन करत आहे, त्यांचे स्वागत करत आहे. The wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn like a child that has cried all night. एखाद्या रडणाऱ्या बालकाप्रमाणे रात्रभर दंगा करून गोंधळ करून समुद्रावरचे जे वारे आहेत, द विंड आहेत, आता शांत झालेले आहेत. The wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn like a child that has cried all night. आणि पहाटेच्या कुशीमध्ये विसावलेले आहेत. तेव्हा मासेमारीसाठी निघण्याची हीच योग्य वेळ आहे. Come, let us gather our nets from the shore and set our catamarans free. चला, किनाऱ्यावरचे जाळे जे आहेत ते जाळे उचलूया, समुद्रामध्ये आपापल्या नावा सोडूया, कॅटेमरन्स फ्री करूया. We are the kings of sea. आपण समुद्राचे राजे आहोत. To capture the leaping wealth of the tide. त्याने मुक्त हस्ते जी मासळीची अफाट संपत्ती देव केलेली आहे ती प्राप्त करण्यासाठी आपण सज्ज होऊया. Here the poetess expresses, tells to capture the leaping wealth of the tide. You know, many poems have rhyming words. or rhymes at the end of the lines in each stanza. The pattern of rhyming is usually shown with the help of small letters as A, B, C, etc. And the pattern of rhyming is known as the rhyme scheme. We will learn the rhyme scheme of first stanza. Okay, the last word of the first line is light. Light हा जो आहे पहिल्या ओळीतला शेवटचा शब्द आहे. Okay, so write small a. Then the last word of the second line is night. Right, night rhymes with light, so write small a. Next, the last word of the third line is free. Write B. And the last word of fourth line is C. So, C rhymes with free. Write here small b. So, the rhyme scheme of the first stanza is A, B, B. Okay. Now, you have to find out the rhyme scheme of second stanza and third stanza. Understood? The figure of speech is used here personification. Rise, brothers, rise, the awakening skies pray to the morning light. The human quality pray or awakening is used here. So, the figure of speech is used personification. Next, the wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn like a child that has cried all night. The figure of speech is used simile. The wind is compared to a child. So, simile is used here. Okay, now we will learn second stanza of this poem. No longer delay, let us hasten away in the track of the seagull's call. The sea is our mother, the cloud is our brother, the waves are our comrades all. What though we toss at the fall of the sun, where the hand of the sea god drives? He who holds the storm by the hair will hide in his breast our lives. Okay, new words. Hasten. Hasten, it means to move or act with speed. लगबगीने, घाईने हालचाल करणे. Next, comrade. Comrade, it means friend. मित्र, साथीदार. Okay, now we will learn explanation of second stanza. आता आपण second stanzaचं explanation बघूयात. The fishermen tell among themselves that they should not delay and instead they must follow speedily along the track. Track, it means the path shown by the call of the flying seagull towards the sea. For the fishermen, the sea is their mother. The cloud is their brother. The waves are their comrades. Okay, comrades, it means friends. The fishermen wonder that by the sunset they could end up anywhere that the sea god drives them. Yet they are sure that the God Almighty, who controls the storm as per his will safeguard their lives. Second stanza मध्ये पहा, पोएटस असं म्हणते, no longer delay, let us hasten away in the track. सेकंड स्टांझा मध्ये पोएटेस म्हणते, no longer delay, let us hasten away in the track of the seagull's call. आता आपल्याला उशीर करून चालणार नाही. सीगल पक्षी कॉल करत आहे, त्या दिशेने लवकर कूच केली पाहिजे. The sea is our mother, the cloud is our brother, the waves are our comrades all. सी मीन्स समुद्र, समुद्र माता आहे. क्लाउड मीन्स ढग, ढग भाऊ आहे, भावाप्रमाणे दिशा दाखवत आहे. वेव्ज मीन्स लाटा, मित्रांसारखे आपले सोबत करत आहेत. What though we toss at the fall of the sun where the hand of the sea god drives. समजा सूर्य मावळतीला जाईपर्यंत आपण समुद्रामध्ये दूरवर भरकटलो तरी काळजीचं कारण नाही. He who holds the storm by the hair will hide in his breast our lives. आपली समुद्र देवता सी गॉड जी आहे ती वादळाला रोखू शकते, स्टॉर्मला रोखू शकते आणि ती आपल्याला सुखरूप ठेवते. शी विल हाइड अस इन हिज ब्रेस्ट आवर लाईव्स. ओके, नेक्स्ट स्टांजा. द राइम स्कीम ऑफ द सेकंड स्टांजा आल्सो A B. Call all drives lives. A B. Now we will learn third stanza. Third stanza. Sweet is the shade of the coconut glade, and the scent of the mango grove. And sweet are the sands at the full o' the moon, with the sound of the voices we love. But sweeter, O brothers, the kiss of the spray, and the dance of the wild foam's glee. Row, brothers, row to the edge of the verge, where the low sky meets with the sea. New words of this stanza. Glade. Glade, it means clear open passage through a wood. Sweet is the shade of the coconut glade. Glade, it means जंगलातील झाडामधील मोकळी जागा. ओके. Scent of the mango grow, it means small wood or small groups of trees. Here amrai. Next, track. Here track, it means the path marked by seagull birds to the fishing spots, as they can tell where the fish are. Therefore, the fishermen always follow them. सीगल पक्षी समुद्रात मासे कुठे सापडतील ती जागा हेरू शकतात. त्यामुळे कोळी लोक सीगल पक्ष्याचा माग काढत त्यांच्या मार्गावरून जात फिशचा ठाव ठिकाणा घेतात. ओके. नेक्स्ट वर्ड स्प्रे. But sweeter, O brothers, the kiss of the spray. Spray, it means shower of small drops of water. तुषार, लाटांच्या उडणारे तुषार. ओके. नेक्स्ट, foam. The dance of the wild foams. Foam, it means froth. The foam created by the agitation of sea water. It means फेस. समुद्राच्या लाटांमुळे तयार होणारा फेस जणू नृत्य करत आहे. नेक्स्ट वर्ड स्वीटर. स्वीटर, इट मीन्स हॅव्हिंग अ प्लेझंट फिलिंग, बीइंग मोर प्लीजिंग, मोर डिलाइटफुल. अधिक आनंद देणारे. स्वीटर, बट स्वीटर. देन glee, it means a feeling of happiness, आनंद, हर्ष. Then verge. Row, brothers, row to the edge of the verge. Verge, it means border, horizon, कडा, काट और क्षितिज. Next, mates, it means meets, एकत्र राहणे. Let's see the explanation of the third stanza. Okay, here it is last stanza. According to the fishermen, the landscape that they have left behind is sweet. It means giving great pleasure with its open spaces in the shades of coconut trees and the pleasant smell among the cluster of mango trees. Just as sweet are the sands during a full moonlight, and the familiar voices on the shore, which they love very much. For the fishermen, the spray of the waves that touches them lightly and the dance of the foam in delight are far sweeter. Are sweeter here. So they plead one another to row their catamarans to the edge of the horizon where the sky meets the sea. लास्ट स्टांझामध्ये पोएटेस सरोजिनी नायडू म्हणतात, स्वीट इज द शेड ऑफ द कोकोनट ग्लेड. कोकोनट ट्रीची जी थंडगार सावली आहे, हवी हवीशी वाटते. अँड द सेंट ऑफ द मँगो ग्रो. मँगो ट्रीचा जो मधुर सुगंध आहे तो मनात दरवळतो. अँड स्वीट आर द सँड्स ॲट द फुल ऑफ द मून. पौर्णिमेच्या रात्री वाळूच्या किनाऱ्यावर ऐकू येणारे आपल्या प्रिय माणसांचे आवाज, द साऊंड ऑफ द व्हॉइसेस वी लव, आपल्याला हवे हवेसे वाटतात. परंतु या सर्वांपेक्षा देखील बट स्वीटर ऑफ ब्रदर्स द किस ऑफ द स्प्रे अँड द डान्स ऑफ द वाईल्ड फॉर्म्स ग्ली. द स्प्रे ऑफ वेव्स हळूवार स्पर्श करतात आणि आनंदाने उसळणाऱ्या त्या फेसाळ लाटांचे नृत्य आपल्या मनाला अधिक मोहिनी घालतात. रो ब्रदर्स रो टू द एज ऑफ द वर्ल्ड वेअर द लो स्काय मेट्स विथ द सी. तेव्हा ब्रदर्स चला, जिथे आकाश आणि समुद्र एकमेकांना भेटतात त्या क्षितिजापर्यंत नावा वल्लवत जाऊया. रो टू द एज ऑफ द वर्ल्ड वेअर द लो स्काय मेट्स विथ द सी. सरोजिनी नायडू. This poem is written by Sarojini Naidu. Here we have completed our third stanza, and the rhyme scheme of this stanza is also AA, BB. Grow, love, AA, glee, C, BB. Okay. Next. You have to write the meaning of these words: wakening skies, catamarans, and track. Wakening skies, the sun beginning to rise. Catamarans, boat with twin hulls parallel to each other, track along the path. Okay, next. New words. Write in your notebook. Think and answer. विचार करा आणि उत्तर द्या. As the seagull flies away, calling it appears as though he is showing the way. What does the way lead to? Okay, try to give answer. What does the way lead to? The way leads directly to the sea. Okay, the bird flies over the sea and across it. Next question. Who holds the storm by the hair? The sea god holds the storm by the hair. Next question. What type of boat do the fishermen use? The fishermen use the catamarans. Okay. These are our in-test questions. Write these in-test questions in your notebook. Now we will learn appreciation of this poem also. Appreciation आपल्याला लिहिता आलं पाहिजे. First point, title. What is title? Coromandel Fishes. The title of the poem is Coromandel Fishes. Then poet or poetess. This poem is written by Sarojini Naidu, or this poem is composed by Sarojini Naidu. Next, rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of this poem is AABB. Okay. Figure of speech, personification, simile, metaphor. Next, central idea. You have to write central idea. The theme of the poem is that when human beings come together for a common purpose, no force or adversary can block their way. There could be risk in any challenging enterprises, but human progress depends on facing them courageously. You have to write appreciation of this poem like this. It is for 5 marks. Okay, then thank you. Solve English workshop.